Hello everybody, it's Maikito. Our everybody's having a good day. I had a good day so far. I'll just quickly, first of all, go over last video's picks. Was not a great day at all. Moneyline wise wasn't bad. It was a 1-in-1 day. Chelsea sold. They ended up tying the game, but the higher on the half slip, that one hit for us. So moneyline wise, we're still on the 3-1 run when it comes to those. So pretty good when it comes to that. But player prop wise, pretty much the complete opposite. We had one push, and that was Savinho, hard in 2 shots. I had 3 other plays, and I believe like 3 other plays that I had on the video. Maybe one hit, I'm not even sure, but I know most of them, if not all of them, missed. So it's just a completely horrible day. If anything, we're reverse sweep. I still stand by the reads. The reads were still there, but it was just an unfortunate day. And again, as always, the best we can do is just try to bounce back tomorrow. You guys know how the days can be sometimes, but again, all we can do is move on from it. It's gonna happen. Try to do the best we can to move on from that. Also, quickly before I get into the picks, I just have a quick question for everybody. I've thought about in the past about these videos, how I want to translate them to, for example, make them into Spanish. If I should make like a separate video, make it in the same video, add captions or just something. Obviously, a lot of you guys, if not most of you guys, do not speak Spanish, but I know there are some people that do, and I'm just trying to see if any of you guys would be interested, and if it would be easier for some of you guys to understand what if I should do. Should use captions, separate video, same video? Just let me know when it comes to that. But if I do have any added plays, it will be added either later tonight or tomorrow morning before the games go out. But I'll get straight into the player props. And the first one is Andreas Pereira to a higher than 1.5 shots. Playing at home for Fulham, going up against Ipswich Town. He's averaged 1.86 shots per 90 so far. He plays and shoots better at home. He shoots more often than he does at home than he does away. He's gone over in 5 out of 7 games that he's played at home. And if you look at the chart or the picture that you see on the screen, you see that it looks like he's missed 4 times, but 2 of those were off the bench, so those wouldn't count. Those were DMP. And then one of them, he got subbed out early because he had a yellow card. But for the most part, it's still without counting those, obviously those 2 that came off the bench. He still has gone over this mark in his last 5 out of 7 games. And I like the matchup in general because Ipswich allowed the 5th most shots in the league at 15.4 to opponent. And it jumps up to 16.3 when they play away from home. So obviously that's good for us. They don't play possession, which means more chances for Fulham and Pereira to take those shots. They can't defend long shots. 67% of the shots that Pereira takes are from outside the box, 16 outside, 8 from inside. And then Ipswich, this is another reason why I really like this play. Ipswich are an aggressive team that tend to foul in dangerous areas, aka free kicks. And I like this because first of all, they also foul the 4th most in the league. And if anybody's going to take those free kicks, it is Pereira. He is their set piece taker, so he can take long shots from just normal play. And if they get those fouls, which Ipswich tend to give away, he will be the one taking those shots. And it's just a good all-around matchup. And I like the fact, especially at this at home, I like the line. So I like Pereira to go higher than 1.5 shots. The next play that I found that I like is Alessandro Bianco to go higher than 0.5 shots playing at home for Monza, going up against Cagliari. He's averaged 1.30 shots per 90 so far, and he's gone over in his last 7 out of 10 games. Cagliari allowed the 5th most shots in the league at 14.7, and it jumps up to 16.1 when they play away from home. They don't play possession, just like I mentioned the Pereira play, so that means more chances for Monta and Bianco to take those shots. And again, he's a long shot taker. 63% of the shots that he's taken have been from outside the box, 10 outside, 6 inside, and he plays to the left center mid, box-to-box midfielder, and he shoots on his right. So whenever he goes out there, all he does when wingers do, cut onto his right and then takes those shots to finesse him in there, if not power shots. So it doesn't take a lot of space for him to be able to take those shots. He's gone over this prop in 5 out of 8 that he's played at home, and the games in which he missed were against pretty good defenses. It was Inter Milan who allowed the least amount of shots, Roma who allowed the 10th least, and AC Milan who allowed the 8th least. But now he's playing against a team that allows the 5th most. So matchup-wise, I just like it. And again, he's only missed against teams that have good defenses. He's been a consistent starter. He had played off the bench quite a few times towards the beginning of the season, but ever since the last couple games, the last 9 games he has started, the last 9 he's been a consistent starter. And in those 9 games that he started consistently, he's played the full game in 7 out of those 9, and the 2 that he didn't, he got subbed out with 10 minutes to go. So I expect a lot of minutes from him, and I just like the line against a good matchup. So I like Alessandro Bianco to a higher than 0.5 shots. The last play that I found that I like is going back to the Fulham game, and that's Bernd Leno to go lower than 2.5 saves, playing at home for Fulham, going up against Ipswich Town. He's gone under this mark in his last 6 out of 10 games, and in the games that he went over against Bournemouth, who allowed the second most saves to keepers, Chelsea, who allowed the 5th most saves to keepers, Arsenal, who, although they only allowed the 11th most, it's still Arsenal, and Palace, who allowed the 4th most saves to keepers. Now they're playing Ipswich Town, who allowed the 2nd least saves to opposing keepers at 2.3 from 3.3 shots on target. And I mentioned how many they shoot on target because obviously one of those 3.3 go in because they average around the goal from those 3.3 shots on target. And Fulham have conceded 15 goals in 10 at home. So even if Ipswich managed to get 3 shots on target, one is very, very likely to go in because, again, they average around 1 goal around for every 3 shots on target that they take. And Fulham has been pretty leaky when it comes to defending, especially at home. And Ipswich don't play possession, so obviously means less opportunities for them and more opportunities for Fulham to hold the ball and not let Ipswich Town get those chances that they need. As a matter of fact, even then, Fulham allowed the 7th least shots in the league at 11.9. So I like this line in a good matchup. I think it's pretty good value here. So I like Bernd Leno to go lower than 2.5 saves. Thank you everybody for watching. So far, if you like the content, before I get to money lines, if you guys could please like the video and comment as well. It helps boost the video out to more people. It doesn't matter what you say, whether it's supporting the channel, whether it's criticism, whether it's you asking questions about different lines and stuff like that, or where to find stuff. You're more than welcome to drop a comment. Same thing when I mentioned before over the Spanish stuff. If you want to put your input, again, please drop a comment. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and if you want to support the channel just a little more, feel free to join the membership. For those that do join, you get the content out and the video out, plus the picks, obviously, early before it goes out public. If you're not a member, then those that are our members already got this video out and have plenty of time to put these picks in before they went out public, because these lines tend to get bumped or taken away sometimes when I put these videos out. Same thing when you see any pictures on the screen is from a dead app called Outlier. If you're interested in that, I have a link in the description if you want to try that out as well. Same thing with all my player props, money lines, everything linked in the description. And I really want to thank anybody who supports me in any way. But going into the money lines, both of these are under the Spain category in the Copa del Rey. It's not in the normal league. It's not in Spain La Liga. It's in Copa del Rey. That is the cup games. Copa is COPA, and then Rey is REY. But I found pretty good value, I think, on these plays. And the first one is the Real Valladolid money line going up against Orense at -130. It's another big team playing against a small team. When you look at Orense's cup games that they've played, their wins have been against other smaller teams. They've won 2-1 against Gugelo, who are a 4th division team, and they beat Deportivo La Coruña 1-0 at home, who are a 2nd division team. They themselves play in the 3rd division of the Spanish league, and they have struggled there as well. In their group, they're 19th out of 20th place, so they're the 2nd worst team in their league. They've scored 14 goals and conceded 23 in 18 games. So they score a little less than a goal a game and concede over a goal a game at 23. And while Valladolid have struggled in the 1st division of the Spanish league, they haven't struggled in these cup games, especially when it comes to scoring. They've won their games 4-1 and 4-2. With those wins showing that they can score. Their main struggle in the main division is their scoring, but against these smaller teams, there's a reason why they're in this league. They can outscore those teams easily. Again, they scored 4 goals in both of those games. They've also, in those games, have held the ball a lot more than their opponents at 76% and 66%. And they just know how to play against these smaller teams. Orense has barely won their games and they've struggled in their league, so I can easily see Valladolid outscoring Orense. So I like this play. I like Real Valladolid money line against Orense at -130. And again, second play is in the same league, Spain Copa del Rey, and that's Celta de Vigo to go higher than 1.5 goals, going up against Racing Santander at -115. While they are 11th out of 20th place in the league, 1st division, I might add, they actually have the 6th best attack in the league, scoring 27 goals in 19 games. And their attacking prowess has showed in these cup games, again, when they've played against these smaller teams. They've won 5-1 and 7-0 in their wins. So they've been really outscoring these opponents. We just need them to score 2. Well, Santander is the best team that they're gonna face so far in the cup. They're currently in bad form. They're winless in their last 4 and have conceded 2+ goals in their last 3 out of 4 games. And those have been against, again, second division teams. Now they're playing a much better team against much better attacks, and against Celta de Vigo, scoring their own league, and have been really outscoring these smaller teams. So I expect the same thing here. They've conceded 22 goals in 21 games in the second division. So again, they concede a goal, a little over a goal a game in the second division. So if anything, Celta can score more, a lot more than that, if anything. And I think you're getting good value here at higher than 1.5. And I just trust their quality. They have a lot of great players at their disposal. So I like this play. I like Celta Vigo to go higher than 1.5 goals against Racing Santander for -115. Thank you everybody for watching the video. Like I mentioned, if I have any added plays, they will be in the pinned comment either later tonight or tomorrow before the games. And for those that don't know, it's not a premium or anything. It's completely free, a Discord that I have linked in the description for those that want to join, talk about their own plays, talk during the games, other sports, NBA. A lot of people know what they're talking about over there as well. There's a great community I'm trying to build over there. So if you want to join that, it's not a premium, linked in the description. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.